Okay.
Okay. So who came in first? I saw her two good mornings. I think Shilpa. Okay, we'll take Shilpa first. Shilpa, you there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So others, go ahead. You have to make Shilpa laugh. Uh, so you can whatever do whatever you need to speak, act. You can come on video. You can ask her things. You can interact with her, but you have to make her laugh.
It is, I mean, I have to do it to the group or any one
No,
individual.
no, no, no. You have to be the one whom everybody else will try to make laugh.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay,
so you are
okay,
whatever one man, no, one person non-laugh, one non-laughing person, and everybody else will try to make you laugh.
okay, okay.
And
Yeah,
once you are out, then somebody else will come. So you are ready. Okay, everybody else, go ahead.
okay. So,
Sorry, you have a question?
no, I mean when I laugh means I'm out that way, right?
Right, right. So you have to just acknowledge it that yes, I laughed. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Got it.
If you want to switch on your video so that people can see you laughing, then you can do that. Others, go ahead. You have to make her laugh. Remember everybody else, and you can make her laugh any which way. In the sense, you can act, you can interact, you can ask her question. She may not respond. That's up to her. But you can do whatever. Obviously, you the only thing you can't do is you can't physically tickle her. I don't know if she's ticklish or not. But other than that, whatever you can do through voice or video, you can go ahead and do that.
Shilpa,
So,
Shilpa,
yes.
please laugh.
Yeah, yeah. For
Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. We have a serious Shilpa today. Okay, come on, guys. You have to make her laugh.
Shilpa, please laugh. You're able to hear me? Or I'm not able to hear?
yeah, 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 Bajpita,
Okay,
I'm
okay,
able to hear you.
okay. Okay, okay. You're able to
Shilpa, you
see
can
me?
see the PPT. You're able to see the slide which Ratnesh has
Yes,
put
yes.
in. Can
Yeah,
you see
yeah,
the
I'm able.
kittens? Can you see the
Yes,
kitten, what they're doing? You
yes.
have to replicate them.
Yeah, I did that.
Right, so you are out.
Yes.
Okay, who's going next? Avinash, you have to give me commission for the picture.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah,
Shilpa,
Shrishti,
can
but
you hear
you've
me?
jumped back into the well today.
I can't hear Shilpa actually. Shilpa?
Shrishti, your voice is very low. Okay, so who's the next person whom everybody is to make laugh? Shrishti, are you going next? Are we supposed to make you laugh? Yeah, somewhat better.
Can't hear you. Problem is with mine.
Caring, she's trying to figure out what's wrong with her mic or speakers.
Okay, I'll go. You make me laugh.
Okay, so you have to make Bashpika laugh. Come on, guys, go ahead, make Bashpika laugh. I think you can see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already,
Sorry.
I'm already laughing.
No, that's because you're seeing your
Yeah.
own video. Yes, guys, come on. This laughing not counted.
Yeah, it's
They
not
have to
counted.
make you laugh. Yeah. Can you hear us? Bashpika is all serious and ready.
Class, mommy.
Bashpika, nobody wants to make you laugh. Come on, everybody. Okay, Shishti is also saying can't hear. Banu is also saying. Just speak something just a little closer. Yeah.
You're able to hear me? Hello?
Mic. Guys, you're able to hear? Yeah, Shilpa is saying yes. Okay, now it was fine. Just hold it a little more closer. So you have to make Bashpika laugh. So you guys have to talk. She's here with the mic. I think we are not able to hear. Just say is anybody speaking? Is anybody speaking?
Bashpika,
Yeah?
okay. This is actually what the wife says to her husband. Honey, what are you doing? I'm reading our marriage certificate. What for? I'm looking for the expiry date. You got it?
No?
Do you want me to tell the joke again?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Repeat.
Honey, what are you doing? The wife says to her husband, Honey, what are you doing? I'm reading our marriage certificate. What for? I'm looking for the expiry date.
Oh, okay.
Bashpika,
Yeah?
can you make this sound?
Ah,
How are you feeling?
normal.
Okay.
Bashpika,
Yeah.
you
Banu?
know what I do normally when I take my shower?
Mm-hmm.
I like to sing, but nowadays I only perform in my shower.
Okay. So you dance.
Yes.
Okay. I also do that sometimes. Should I try not to laugh?
Man. Come on, guys. Try more, try something different. You have to make her laugh. She's all serious for the last 5 minutes. I haven't seen her so serious in the last 4 days.
Bashika, you sound so serious today.
Yeah.
I'm imagining your face to be like the other kitten in the presentation.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Yes. I like that more. I like that more. Yeah.
Laugh more. Bashika.
Who is this?
Nandini.
Nandini. Oh,
Nandini.
okay. Okay.
Bashvika, show me how does it feel when your child tickles you?
Kiki kiki. Sometimes I feel angry also.
And when you tickle your child, show
Like
me
this.
how does.
Like this. See? Can you see?
Can you see Bashpika now?
Yeah, now I can see. Can you show me how when you tickle your child?
Like this.
Okay. Bashvika, make some funny faces, no?
Come on, guys. Try different ways. Try many things. She is never so serious.
Yeah, I read that. Loudly. Okay. Okay.
Okay, great. You managed to make her laugh by saying that she has to read it loudly. Okay, so Shrishti, you did it without the mic by giving a simple instruction of reading it loudly. Okay, who's next? Whom we have to make laugh? Somebody come on mic. Banu, shall we make you laugh?
I'm already laughing, Ratnesh. Bashpika, I didn't know that you're so terrible.
Yeah, she's doing good. Okay, so Banu is
I'm already
ready.
laughing. I think skip to another person.
Okay, Avinash, you there? People want to make you laugh.
But I'm already laughing.
Oh God. Okay, come on. You have to act serious. Be
Okay.
serious. Be serious. Take this challenge, Avinash. Don't laugh. Okay, so guys, Avinash is ready. Your time starts now.
Avinash, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so this is for you, Avinash. I hope you're listening to me.
Yes.
अरे अविनाश क्या हो क्या चल रहा है सुने हैं आजकल तुम्हारा हंसना वसना मना हो गया है क्या बोला हाँ
Switch on your cam, Avinash.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
अरे हाँ अविनाश वाह
Can you switch on your cam?
कुछ बोलबो कि नहीं
Shrishti got so scared he even muted his mic.
No, I'm trying to put my camera on, but it's not going through.
Yeah.
Webcam isn't available. That is what it says. Why I don't know.
Okay, anyway, you can respond to Shrishti. You could hear Shrishti?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
Shrishti.
Okay.
Can you laugh?
Okay. Yeah. Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Shrishti, go ahead.
No, no.
Avinash, you look so serious. I love you so much, Avinash.
Yes, I am a serious.
That's why I love you so much. I wish I can be there to hug you, to kiss you.
Yeah, me too.
On this way. What do you want? बाहर दिया ना?
का हो अविनाश बा हमरा सब टाइम वेस्ट कर दिए हो हैं इतने देर से हम बकर किए जा रहे हैं तुम्हें सुनाई नहीं देता का हैं ये क्या हो रहा है हंसने का कोशिश कर रहे हो कि रोकने का कोशिश कर रहे हो
Oh, nice voice modulation, Srishti.
अरे लगत है हम सब टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हैं कुछ और रिस्पॉन्स दीजिए
Let to Raptesh. He can start.
Go ahead, guys. Make Avinash laugh. Try something different. He's very easy to make laugh. See, he's almost
No,
there.
no,
He's
Raptesh, I'm saying you should not allow me to do this.
Avinash?
Yeah, Banu. How are you?
Avinash? Roses are
Yeah.
red. Roses are red. Your blood is too. You look like a monkey. You look like a monkey. And I think you belong to a zoo. Do not worry. I'll be there too. Not in the cage with you, but laughing at you.
You're right.
okay, guys. Try something different. At least I'm enjoying. Avinash is also enjoying. He's very seriously enjoying. Yes, guys. Who all is there? Nandini, Shrishti, Shilpa, Kusum, Banu. Let's make Avinash laugh. She's trying so hard to be serious, which means we just need to make a little effort.
Okay, sure. I'm a theater person who has done a lot of theater. So let's try to do that. And in one of the plays, when initially I think it was 8th or 9th standard, when we were on the stage, and I was playing a husband, and there was a wife who was elder to me in classroom, so she was my senior. And from the wings, people were shouting, and the scene was I have to sleep, and I have to remove my shirt on the stage and just sleep for on the bed for a couple of minutes, and then she comes in rushing and shouting. So and our classmates, they started shouting. I was a very thin person at that time, and all that stuff. And it was an interesting phase where you have to keep yourself serious and you have to be on the stage and continue with the drama. So that was a fun time. Experience it fully. Mood was I was severely perspiring because I knew my teacher would have shouted me if I would have laughed at that point of time, or I would have just reacted to the audience at that point of time. So yeah, I stood the grounds, and that was a most, I will say, a very opposite way of reacting, and I was very happy about doing it. Enacted, huh? See, there was no dialogues here in context of that. Okay.
Okay, I think we'll pause here. Thanks, Avinash. Thanks, everybody. Um, yeah, we've been at it for almost 30 minutes. We've been making different people, trying to make them laugh. Okay, so let's take a little stock. Let's take a stock of how was the whole experience. Yeah, what was what was easy, what was challenging, why was it challenging, what all did we try, what were the different things we were doing, and so on. So share your thoughts.
Ratish Avinash, I think this exercise actually trickles down to when we are set to do, not to do something, we tend to do it. That is what comes to my mind. So when you told me not to laugh, I start laughing immediately. So that is how it comes.
Okay. Yeah, so that's one part of it where not that it was a task or it was a thing to do. Um, it was more challenging. What else? More thoughts? Also, you can go into little details. What were we trying? How were we trying? What beliefs we had? Let's start with the beliefs. Okay, we'll come to what were we trying, what we were not trying. But let's start with all the possible beliefs that ran through your mind in this last 30 minutes. Either when you were being made to laugh, or more importantly, when you were trying to make others laugh. What all beliefs you think you were operating from? So obviously, one way to understand your beliefs is to understand, to talk about your behavior, because the behavior comes from beliefs. Yep, share whatever you were able to do, not do, whatever thoughts were coming, whatever was stopping you, whatever you were not stopping at, and so on.
Hi, Ratnesh, Shilpa here.
Yeah, Shilpa.
Yeah, when I tried for a couple of times and it did not work out, somewhere at the back, if I knew the person better, probably I would be in a, make the person do what I intend to do. That belief that, I need to know the person before I, uh, make the person do something.
Will you say that's related to being formal, informal kind of thing?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if I know the person well, probably my way of approaching would have been different.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, somewhere I was thinking that if I say some things like this, would the person like it, not like it? How will they react? So those things were also playing in my mind. I was not completely free to just talk whatever I would want to talk and
And
make the person laugh.
why were you not completely free? As in, why is knowing the other person so important?
Uh, somewhere that if I say something that the other person may not like it, it might hurt them. That that
You
thought
anyway
was
don't know
playing in
them,
my
so how
mind.
does it matter if it hurts them?
Yeah, but then it's like what they will think of me.
Okay.
If it does not matter to them, but then uh, what will they think if I talk this way? If I.
Okay. Okay. Shrishti, a little more about in what way you thought it is difficult, because this is something I want to a little explore more. Maybe many of you thought or some of you thought this, that oh, this is difficult. So when this came to your mind that this is difficult, what made it difficult? What was about it that it was it looked difficult?
For me, Ratnesh, I think without a video, it is a difficult act to do. Uh, just by
Hmm.
voice is what I, or my belief, whatever.
Okay. So some beliefs like, so is that really a belief or is that a rationalization of a belief? You know what I mean? Are we just rationalizing, finding some, meaning,
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
consciously, maybe subconsciously, we are rationalizing not doing or doing something and looking for something which can rationalize it. But still, what's
Correct,
the
correct. I
belief?
think my experiences where you have not tried with audio making laugh someone. That may be the reason. But
Okay.
yeah, videos has been the forte where we can normally do jiggle, see the body language, and it is easy for us to actually see what is happening.
Okay. Shrishti's, not sure I'm totally understanding. You said because I am upset. No, but it wasn't that people were upset, right? We weren't trying to make upset people laugh. We were just trying to make people who were trying not to laugh. Actually, that's to me is an easier task because they're anyway doing half the job by trying not to laugh. They're kind of controlling themselves. So that makes it all the more that they're thinking about laughing. So they're already there. They've done half the job for you. So it should actually be easier. A little more explore if you were observing what you were doing or what others were doing, and if you can observe what you were thinking, let's explore this little more. What all was going on in our mind, or what all did other people try, not try? What do you think we tried? What do you think we all did not try? And let's see what does that indicate to us.
I think when you don't know the person, we actually go and adapt to what we love to, and then we try those things first.
Hmm. Which is fair enough. Chances are, if what you laugh to, other person would also laugh to. I mean, I don't think they're like exclusive options. They're more like inclusive options. Most of us laugh at similar things. It's not like very, very different. More thoughts? More, keep talking, everybody. Just share whatever is running in your mind. Let's see where that leads us to. It's a kind of a reflection in a way. We're trying to see how what we were doing, what was working, what was not working, what assumptions and beliefs we were using. So we are kind of reflecting only. We are not kind of analyzing it truly, but we're just reflecting back, seeing, hey, this was of use, this was of not use. These beliefs were blocking me, these beliefs were making me do it. Yeah, any thoughts?
I was just trying not to laugh and thinking of that. I'm like Ratnesh said, it is half job is done already. So I realized that and I started focusing somewhere else. I saw something and then in red, and then I remembered don't laugh. And whenever I feel like laughing, I looked at that and reminded myself don't laugh. Something that I was trying. And while I'm trying to make others laugh, I was thinking of some jokes which made me laugh.
Okay. Right. So let's also kind of little document what all we tried. We did try jokes. What else we tried? Right. She tried kind of a mimicry or imitation. Okay. Uh, what else did we try? Or even what else you thought you should try, but then you kind of skipped it or rejected that idea. Even that would be interesting to observe. Okay, so let me ask you a slightly different question. While this was obviously an activity and hence it was like a task, it was a thing to do, it was to make others laugh. So it was like almost like uh, a force thing, and that itself creates its own dynamics. Um, uh, while otherwise we might just be very freely laughing. um, let's kind of step back also and see, hey, how do we kind of operate? Where do we place this whole thing about humor or laughing, and how do we look at humor, and uh, what kind of role could humor play, uh, in a classroom or a learning setting? Yep. So I also want your thoughts on what do you think about humor, role of humor in your life in general, and more specific to learning, and even more specific to, let's say, a classroom. So your life between you and your child and a classroom, all the three domains. Let's see what does humor do to you? What does laughing or making others laugh or just being little foolish, little playful. Okay, so Srishti is sharing a belief that possibly her mother had. Interesting. And what is your belief, Srishti, with respect to whatever your mother used to say? If you can come on mic, just let's try, because in between we could hear you.
Yeah, actually, my belief was that I don't laugh easily on silly things. Generally, things don't make me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the day when I went to see Three Idiots. When I was outside the theater, I was very tense. And, it was so surprising. I was very tense. I thought that, oh my God, everyone around me will be laughing because I had heard it is a good movie and everyone has enjoyed it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was scared that everyone around me will be laughing and I won't be able to laugh because I
Mm-hmm.
cannot laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So these kinds of things, there were beliefs in my mind, and yes, Three Idiots definitely broke that belief.
Mm-hmm.
and I know how laughing is very important. But still, I think I don't laugh too much. And sometimes when I'm laughing, in between it comes that my mother's word comes in between, and I stop. Oh,
Okay,
okay,
so
again.
it's still there. It's still there. That belief is still there.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that belief?
So I think it's not right. It's not. I don't believe in this belief, but it's still there somewhere behind. I think I'm not a humorous person.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
I proved it wrong.
Yes, you proved it wrong right away. Within a second, you proved it wrong. Others, what do you think? So she's talking about in her life itself, humor was like no, laughing and joking and having fun kind of was a no. What about others? You can think about it in your life vis-a-vis you and your child, or in a classroom. We all went through lots of classrooms, I'm sure. So what about all these places?
Experience would I would like.
Yeah, Kamal, sorry. Go ahead.
She can laugh loudly on something without bothering about how what people are thinking about her laughter. She can take the same joke and laugh on it several times. When it comes to me, I mean, I can laugh on a joke once. I can laugh all the time, but laughing on the same joke would be difficult for me. My mother, I'm just talking about different, way of each of our family members. Like
Sure,
my
sure.
mother, she can laugh on any joke even if it is repeated, and she can also laugh on a joke which she has not understood because the opposite person is laughing. So to give the company to the opposite person, she would laugh. And so when it comes to ducks, now when ducks laugh because they are children, and children do not bother about how they are laughing. They are laughing out loudly and all those, or they are laughing for a long time. Now my wife gets concerned. यार ये इतना क्यों हंस रहा है, ये इतना ज्यादा क्यों हंस रहा है, इतना जोर से क्यों हंस रहा है, ज्यादा the way the experience was shared that our parents would tell us that not to laugh too much, otherwise something bad would happen and all those things.
Mhm.
So similar, she gets scared कि यार ये ज्यादा हंस रहा है तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम होएगा. And then I tell her, like, look at yourself. When you laugh, you do not bother about what others could be thinking. Then why do you have to stop him? And in fact, we should learn from the kids as to how we should be laughing. When we say laugh out louder, roll on the floor laughing, or when we say that, laughing till the stomach aches,
Yeah.
we have stopped doing that. We do not want to laugh till the stomach aches.
Right. We have
So laugh,
serials where people laugh in the background, so they do the laughing for you.
yeah, true. Basically, now we should go back to the roots, and we should also start laughing as much as possible without caring about what others are thinking. I mean, they are not related to that. Yeah. I mean, I would laugh as much as I want. I would laugh on any joke which I find funny, because everybody would not find every joke funny. So about laughter, I think now we should have sense of humor in every aspect of our conversations. Because even when we are talking, I mean, because I do conduct sessions also for people, and when I talk to people, I try to bring humor in it. And trust me, with that, even if I'm not prepared with the subject, with the sense of humor, people are able to relate to it, people are able to understand what I want to convey. It becomes easier, and it creates a light environment. So even when we are dealing with the kids, we should always have that sense of humor. We should always join them in laughing. We should think on what joke they can laugh, and we should start laughing on that. And trust me, it makes the environment very soothing, very light, very relaxed.
Okay, Kamal, you said three, four benefits in one shot. Sorry, I wanted to document that. Can you repeat
Yeah.
those? You said that
Which one?
what all humor does for you. You said that when you do sessions and all. So you were saying it helps you in what all different ways does would humor help you or laughing or yeah, let's just keep it as humor in what all different ways humor helps you. I'm asking everybody.
Yeah. So like when the moment which we are talking talking about a serious topic, and at an appropriate time when we bring in humor, means talking about the serious thing only, but in a humorous way. Like for example, when we talk about savings, I'll give you just one small example about savings. That in the year 1999 as well as in the year 2012, people spent away their entire savings thinking that the world would end. Uh, but the world did not end. Probably their savings ended, and for them maybe the world would have ended, but for others the world still remained. So now with this thing also, it makes people laugh, but at the same time we are driving home a very important point that don't go by when the world would end. You enjoy when you want, and you save when it's required. You don't have to think about others. You don't have to think about the world. You have to look at yourself. You have to look at your home. You have to look at your scenario and do that.
Okay, so yeah, I think couple of words that Shishti has put in, which I think you had also mentioned. So one is it helps us enjoy, it helps people understand. I'm asking everybody, what else does humor do? Why would we have humor? Meaning, apart from it, it could be a bad omen. But what else? What else does humor does? What could be the benefits of humor to use that in a relationship, in a classroom, anywhere, with a stranger. I mean, some of you mentioned, oh, it's difficult to do with a person I don't know. I would say perhaps it's easier to do with person I don't know because then I can.
Absolutely.
So, okay, make us feel light.
It keeps us connected. It builds the connection in a shorter time.
Eases the environment, lightens.
Yeah, eases or lightens the environment. Okay, more thoughts? Yeah, so lighten burdens lifted.
It's contagious also.
Okay. Nice.
So,
More thoughts? What else can humor do? In a way, it is, I don't know, one can question me, why does one need to do a session on humor? I mean, come on. I mean, people should just be laughing, enjoying themselves, making a fool of themselves and everybody else around, especially oneself. And we should just be giggling and living our life to the most. So it's almost I would say sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I feel it's the irony of life that we have to include a session on humor. Yeah. In fact, believe it or not, my first workshops for teachers. So I started working with children, teachers, educators, parents in '99, and my first workshop in 1999 was for a group of 35 principals, was called Laughter in Classroom. Uh, it is really surprising. I thought, okay, the simplest thing that's missing out of our classroom is laughter. There's hardly any laughter. There's only discipline and studies and homeworks and exercises and projects uh, and just teacher and students and so many things. Okay, I like that point also. It kind of makes you feel safe, uh, safe, protected, and I would even say trusted. I don't know. I feel that, yeah, you kind of open up. Yes, it opens up. Now, if you start looking at this list vis-a-vis the beliefs written above, you'll start feeling, what are we doing? What are those beliefs? Even if you don't know the person, it'll help you to connect. Even if you like, um, let me give you a simple example. In our we get let's call it culturally conditioned. We start thinking certain things are the right way of doing it, and certain things are not the right way of doing it, and we kind of uh, let our beliefs, let our conditionings drive us, instead of, I would say, let our needs drive us. So it's funny, we, instead of letting our needs drive us, we are being driven by everything else. So if I look up this list, this talks about a lot of my needs. My need could be to be safe, to connect, to be accepted, to accept others, to feel light, to enjoy, to understand, to open up. And if these to me are kind of needs, a lot of them, at least for me, are my needs. I don't know what do you guys think. And if these are my needs, then if Humor is doing it, then I should, maybe the first session we should have on humor. What do you think, Vinay? It's really ironical. And which is why, although the experience was very artificial, I wanted to give that experience at the beginning of the session. How have we kind of, in some ways, closed down ourselves, or rather, in many ways, closed down ourselves? Your thoughts?
In fact, I will add that people are now paying money and going in laughter clubs.
Yeah, or comedy shows.
I fully agree, Ratnesh, on this. It makes we also belong to that place if we are able to break that ice and have this environment created for us.
Yeah, more thoughts. Uh, and I'll tell you why, in just a little while, why I want your thoughts. But first, I want your thoughts.
Ratni Shilpa here.
Yeah, Shilpa.
Yeah, it's really true. And there is one more belief which I have been carrying, that I am a serious kind of a person. Always, that's what my friends used to, always. I come across as a person whom I cannot be. No one would be friends with me easily.
Hmm.
So that serious. So I never thought that I could also make somebody laugh. So somewhere, that is there at that I'm a serious person. I'm not friendly, and so how can I make people laugh?
Right. And for that
So
matter, how can you laugh? Because you're a serious
yeah,
person. If you're a serious person,
I mean
then you're
always that.
stuck in that image.
Yeah, yeah, that image. So true.
And if you extend that thought, Shilpa, then now that if one believes that I am a serious person, or if one believes that one needs to be a serious person, or if one believes that classroom needs to be a serious place, or one needs to believe that we need to be serious about life, or so on, all of these beliefs, if we carry it in our head, and then we get into an interaction, whether it's with a child or a group of children in a classroom, What are we doing to the environment? Even without speaking a single word, just these beliefs, what will they do to the class, to the environment, to the learning, to the interaction, to the activity, to anything, to reflection, to stimulation, anything that we do with children, what will it do to them? What would these beliefs do if I start thinking I am serious, or it's important to be serious, or we need to be serious, or learning is serious, and so on and so forth? What does it do? So it's just not about, it's just not limiting, the belief is not just limiting you, it's not just limiting others, it's limiting a whole environment. And which is where I'm coming from, that what am I doing when I bring in that to the environment? And in the same way, what can it do if you were to kind of switch you know from this belief, and we can do that in a second, and a belief of whatever, enjoying, understanding, feeling light, building connection, blah blah blah, all this beautiful list. If you operate from that, what will that do to the environment? Yeah, any thoughts? So also let me ask, let us say, at least before this session, when you thought of humor, in what way you thought of yourself? Maybe we can just kind of rate ourselves. You say, okay, um, what rating will you give to yourself in terms of humor? How humorous you think you are? Let's say, let's rate ourselves out of 10. Where will you rate yourself? 0 being not at all humorous and 10 being 100% humorous. Yeah, Shrishti, before the class. uh, so we have a 7, a 8, a 5, an 8. You can say it out.
Maybe 5.
Okay. So again, I would say, to me, it's all about our beliefs and how a lot of conditioning has happened, and the same thing we possibly pass on to children. Um, I always think that children should raise adults. It's just the wrong way around that we are looking at the world. Right? There's so much to learn from them. Uh, uh, if children were to raise adults, they will make us into amazingly humorous people, right? They will have, we'll have no beliefs about anything, and we'll kind of, so one of the things. So this visual, it's a very simple visual. But when I ask people how humorous you are, or who all think that they are humorous, raise your hand. So this very visual of raising my hand. So in our family, we have this whole thing that anybody who raises hand, the other person tickles him. Because now you can tickle, now that your hand is, up in the air. So you can go ahead and tickle that person. So this letting go, this saying I am humorous, even if you think you are not humorous, just believing that you are humorous, that you are full of laughter, joy, bubbliness, and you can spread it. So just the act of raising the hand and within quotes exposing oneself to us, that is so beautiful, because the moment I expose myself, the moment I say I am open to being a fool, open to laugh, open to enjoy, open to giggle, open to be silly, open to be tickled. Tickled by in many different ways. We'll come to the different ways in just a little while. But the more important thing is this opening up. So I'm open to raising my hands because I enjoy being tickled. It's like how these little kids, when our children are small, they'll come and they will cuddle around us and they will literally want us to tickle them so that they can giggle. And they will keep on saying no, 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 but they want more to be tickled. So the more tickle, and that tickling is not just the laughing part. There's a lot of love, there's warmth, there's affection, there is bonding. There's so many things in that little tickling. So while tickling is a physical metaphor for us opening ourselves, allowing ourselves to be to laugh, right? So in a way saying, yes, I am 10 on 10. How would that be? Saying, I am 10 on 10 on humor. I am ready to let go, to open up, to raise my hand, to be tickled, to be laughed at. And once we do that, what happens? And not just it happens to us. Once we are open, once we are letting go, once we are raising our hands and letting to be tickled, what does that do to everybody around us and the whole environment around us? Which is why I like this visual, or this symbolic thing of raising one's hand and saying, "Hey, tickle me. Hey, I'm open. Hey, I allow myself to be laughed at, and so on." How is that as a thought, or as a belief, or as a way of, uh, let's say, living and learning and operating? Your thoughts? Anybody? Any thoughts? Any thought for future? Okay, maybe not for past, but for future. What? How would you like to? What would you like to, let's say, throw out? Uh, I often say that we floss our teeth. We kind of take the thread and floss our teeth. We should kind of floss our mind every day. Clean out all that little dirt that keeps getting stuck. um, so in some ways, this whole flossing of our mind, in ROE we use the term dirt cleaning, where we just floss, we just clean up. We are told brush twice a day, but nobody tells us that, hey, clean your mind twice a day. Keep it light, keep it airy, and keep it enjoyable. So let me, yeah, thanks, Shrishti. Um, so the invitation is to actually do that today. Um, Raise your hand and roam around the whole day. Uh, or even better, put a little badge on your dress which says "Tickle Me." Or even better, paint a T-shirt, buy a brand new, nice color T-shirt and paint on it "Laugh at Me" and wear it every day to wherever you go, at work, at supermarket, at parties. Make that as your uniform, right? That okay. That's a like you have uniforms to work, uniforms for running, uniforms for racing. So that's a uniform for living. Laugh at me. How's that as a uniform, right? A T-shirt or maybe a tattoo on your forehead. Laugh at me. Or as Banu was saying, right? Which I particularly liked and I want to talk about is that in I've seen only videos of people doing that thing, hugs for free, kisses for free, and they go around roaming around in metro stations. I mean, I've not seen it in India. I've seen it I've seen videos of US where there are people who just or France and those countries where there are people who are there who are saying hugs for free, laughs for free, tickles for free, giggles for free. How would that be? So wear a t-shirt, wear a tattoo, sport whatever. But see if you would like to do it that way. But at least you can start by today wearing a badge whole day or at least for the whole week and say, tickle me or laugh at me. So let me quickly take a uh, kind of what we also do is we look at humor and kind of divide it into or kind of categorize it three kinds of humor or three kinds of laughter, if I may want to call it. Um, the so let me run through these three slides. The first kind is the fun kind, the comedy shows kind, the jokes kind, which makes us laugh, where with the rolling on the floor kind of thing, right? And which obviously entertainment industry uses a lot, right? And which I think Shristi was trying with all her mimicry and imitation. At least I was enjoying it. I wanted to respond to you, Shristi, in that language as spontaneously, though I didn't do it, so I had to control myself. So this we said this kind of humor comes through our body. Our stomach moves or our skin glows and so on and so forth. Uh, yeah, Shristi, but it was your job to make Avinash laugh, so I didn't join in. I wasn't in the team. The second kind of humor is more of the wit kind of humor, which brings in a smile and which typically tickles the mind, which is where we use an intelligent play of whatever words, thoughts, ideas, and so on, and which also opens a lot of perspective. So what I love about wit is the perspective part, because typically we won't see the situation in that way, right? So for example, if somebody is eating lunch, typically you will say, hey, how's the roti? So I go and say, hey, roti, how's this guy who is eating you? So that's just a flip. It brings smile, it brings a little whatever it brings. Try that today. Look at from the roti perspective or the rice perspective or whatever you're going to eat, not from your perspective. So it's a perspective flipping thing, and then that's why the wit is so amazing, and it kind of keeps our mind. It's the cleaning part of the mind. The laughter is what levitates your body. Lets it it may it just heals your body, I would say, right? While laughter is something, oh sorry, wit is something which cleans up your brain, and that's the flossing part. Would you say something? No. Okay. So I hope you get the important distinction, and that's why the importance of both. One is more in the body, and the other is more in the mind. Yeah, and Kamal is saying miss the first humor type. Okay, you want me to put the slide back? Or basically laugh aloud. Kamal, switch on your mic, laugh for us. That's the first slide. So Kamal will present. There he goes. That's
Yeah,
the one. Right, that was the first slide. But anyway, I'll just put for you.
one I was referring to.
Right, so that's the body humor where we laugh, we roll, we hold our tummies, and we. Uh, the second type is obviously the witty kind. The third kind of humor, which I think is equally important and perhaps not even seen as humor by a lot of people, but I think personally to me that's humor, because to me humor is not just about laughing, is about is about what gives us warmth, what feels is all glowing inside, what kind of tickles our heart, and that's where all your hugs and kisses come, Banu. That was so beautiful because it just does something that somebody can be so open and be with me, right? It is so much of accepting when there is so much of warmth in the heart, and a lot of things radiate. Uh, now, people would say, that happens naturally between a parent and the child. I would say yes and both no. Love happens as an emotion, but the humor type of loving warmth doesn't necessarily happen in the most natural way. Let me give you an example. Let's say your 1 year old is very angry. Imagine when your child was 1 year old and was very angry and makes faces like this, and what comes to your mind? Look at him, he looks so cute. Right? Although he's angry, but you find it very cute. But when that same child is 10 year old, now you don't find that anymore cute when he's angry, right? Or even 4 years old, or even sometimes 2 years old. By the time two, three, four, his anger becomes anger. Now, come on, his anger didn't become anger. His anger was always anger. We change our perspective from it being a sign of love to a sign of something else. At one, when he was in angry, we loved him more. At 5 or 10, when he's angry, we scold him more. You see where have we gone? He's there. He's still angry, just the way he was at 1 and he was at 10. And also think about it. Who needs, or when does the child need your your loving kind of humor more? When he's anyway laughing, or when he's angry? When he's upset? When does he need that? When does he need that warmth? When does he need that tickle in the heart? Not necessarily in the body. That may not cheer him up because he's angry about something. But where does he need that warmth? Are you with me? So the loving kind of humor is not just about loving somebody. Just don't confuse it with the act of loving. Meaning we all love our children. I'm saying it's about realizing that that's a way to connect. That's a way to lighten up. That's a way to bond. That's a way to accept. That's a way to enrich the other person at that moment, especially when the person really needs it. So we have a term called dehydrated. Okay, we all know that. So we call it deloved, right? So this person is at this moment feeling deloved, right? Can we hydrate it? Can we love him at this moment, or show our affection in different ways, so that the person's deloved comes into the loved zone? I hope you are able to relate to what I'm trying to say. It's difficult to put in words, um, or actually not so difficult. It's just that I'm trying to put it in a way uh, things where we can actually do it with the child and actually show him or her in many different ways, because that's the time that the child needs the acceptance, because that's the time the child needs that warmth. Any thoughts about any of these three? So we have the loving kind, we have the witty kind, and we have the funny kind, or the heart humor, the body humor, and the mind humor. So your thoughts, questions, your experiences of these three, and although these three are, there's a lot of overlap between these three, but the idea is to get little better understanding of how all do we connect, relate to ourselves and to others. Uh, let me share one very cute incident. This was with a very close friend of mine. So, she's very pretty, and uh, in college where we were all together, she used to have a lot of boys coming over to her, and kind of all kinds of proposals coming her way. She was also very outgoing, so people would approach her more easily. So there's this guy who brought this, lovely rose and say this came up to her and with all perspiration and nervousness said, "I love you," and gave the rose. And then she said, "Wow, what a tasty rose!" And she plucked each petal of that, and she actually ate it up. Um, that guy was like gone. You should have seen the expression on his face. And then she smiles and says, "Oh, now your love is inside me," and she walked away. So just an amazing way of looking at things. I somehow it has got kind of aged in my mind that one can be so although she had obviously no feelings for that boy, but in many different ways she communicated many different things. So it's amazing how one can be uh, can actually use all the three humors at the same time in the same act or in the same exchange. In some ways the humor loving type humor was also kind of iconized by the Munna Bhai character, which the Jadoo Ki Jhappi. That's something which is nothing but the third kind of a humor where you just go ahead and accept the other person and hug the other person, especially when you don't like him or her. Okay, I'll pause here. Some thoughts. Let's take some quick thoughts and then take a little break. Yeah, we're more than 35. So let's take quick thoughts. Anybody wants to share any thought, or you want to think over it and come back? Yeah, we can do it that way. Okay, I think we'll take a break and do think about what we have kind of talked about in the last or whatever in this session from beginning till now, and do come and share your views and your experiences, and also in some ways if you can, how would you like to take it forward, because it's all about not some intellectual discussion, but it's more about how to actually add or not add, because I think it's already there. The humor thing is already there. It's again like a creativity thing. It's 10 on 10 in each one of us, just that we are not using it. We have such gold inside us and we are not using that gold. We are seeking gold elsewhere. So how can we bring out and start just using that beautiful gold that is there inside us to laugh, to wit, and to love? So we'll talk a little more about after the break. So how much Let's take a break. Somebody, Ritu is not here today, so somebody else suggest how much time we need a break, and then we'll come back at that time. Okay, Shilpa says 14 minutes, 11:37 by my watch, so we'll be back at 51. Thank you, Shilpa. Welcome back. Uh, so whenever people ask me what can I do to make the environment in my classroom or home more mentally and more mentally stimulating for my child doesn't study, my child doesn't get up, my child doesn't behave, my child doesn't do this, that. One of my answers is normally the first ones is let's add humor to the environment. Let's add joy, play, silliness, because I don't think anything else touches all the three things at the same time: the heart, mind, and the body. Right. So that's my thought, and Radhika, uh, Yashi, anybody downloading? Sorry, anybody downloading upstairs? Yeah, just tell them not to use internet now. Anybody downloading anything? I have lost my connection. No. No? No. Okay. Okay. Can you just download the file from Google Docs? My session is started, man. I gave you 15 minutes. What else do you want? Now it's 1 o'clock. Just ensure nobody else is using the. Why was not you done last 15 minutes? Then अभी 15 मिनट की आएंगे अभी एकदम डेटा कार्ड लगाओ ये लगाओ वो लगाओ सब भी चाहिए तो बैठना काम करना क्या मतलब हाई स्पीड वीडियो जैसे 15 minutes ऊपर ही डाउन होगा I downloaded money and I told you
Now we don't use the national. Even after I think it starts working, please don't use. Right now, don't use internet. I didn't open my keyboard. That's got nothing to do with password. If you've downloaded it, you don't need the password. If you've not downloaded it, then don't. Uh, can you hear me? Okay, sorry, I think some problem with my net connection. It got dropped out. I think we are back. Right, just give me a minute. Let me pull up the presentation again. Right, there we go. Right, so yeah, I I do want to hear from you. What are your, as I said, less of what are your thoughts, but more of how do you see yourself moving ahead of this? I don't know if you got this. I was giving the thought that when people ask me, how can I, uh, how can I make the environment in my classroom, at my home, my relationships more exciting, more conducive, less conflict ridden, and so on, with my child or with children, one of the standard replies is, hey, bring in humor, right? Because this is one thing which adds all the three dimensions mm, to our relationships and to especially to the environment. So I'm asking your thoughts. How do you think you look at it, or you want to look at it from now onwards? Or if you have been already, you think, sufficiently doing it, then how have you been doing it? In fact, somebody asked me, uh, or rather, we were having a chat, and the whole thing came as, so why is sense of humor called sense of humor? Why don't we just call it humor? Why don't we say, hey, we need to use our sense of humor? So I said, to me, it is like any other sense organ. We use our eyes to see, ears to hear, uh, hands to touch. If we could use, other than these sense organ, humor as a way to look at things, humor as a way to hear things, humor as a way to touch things, not just things, people, then I'm using my sense of humor. I'm using one of my sense organs. So one of your sense organ is humor. It's not like a physical organ, but it's the whole of you, which can look at the world, look at people, hear them, touch them. Uh, so that's my definition of sense of humor. So it is a sense. It is a other than, so people say there are five senses that we use. I said, nay, I use six senses, and the sixth sense, the so-called sixth sense, is the sense of humor. What say? Yeah, please share your thoughts.
Hello,
Yeah, Shilpa.
Ratnesh Shilpa here. Yeah, actually after the creativity session, I started seeing things and doing things in a different way. So uh, same way, I mean, at the back of my, then there was this belief that, I'm not creative. Uh, and it actually changes the entire perspective, the way you look at the situation. Uh, uh, it it uh, it brings in different perspectives also.
Mm-hmm.
So even the same, I mean, I had never thought about humor per se. On and thinking about it, it's actually very true that if humor is brought into our day to day activities, or simple things maybe, uh, it can, it brings a lot of energy also, and it actually you know uh, as you mentioned, it helps connect also. So definitely I would very keen on consciously making an attempt to uh, uh, challenge my belief that I am not humorous and that I am a serious person. So definitely going to take a move on in that direction now.
Great, great. And you can start being seriously humor. You can start taking humor seriously.
Yeah, true,
Okay.
true.
Oh, Avinash has just expanded my list of senses. I thought there were five senses. He has added some whatever equilibrioception. My goodness, Avinash, thanks. I can show off all my new vocabulary now. Okay. Yeah, but we were talking about the 10th one. Okay, so now it's the 10th one, the sense of humor. Others, what are your thoughts? Shrishti, Nandini, Kusum, Kamal, Bashpika.
Yeah, Ratnesh, well, from the very beginning, I was taught that I should be serious. And after getting married, again and again, few comments from my husband said that you are immature, childish. So what happened that I always tend to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
And a number of times my daughter always she comes and to me, and when I'm serious, I'm serious. I don't show any, even I don't even smile. So number of times, nearly every day, once or twice, my daughter comes and tells me, "Hey, Mama, when you smile, I feel so good. Please smile, Mama. Please smile." So today, when I had this session, I suddenly realized what I'm doing to myself, and what I'm doing to my children. Well, I don't want to be a serious person. I don't need to be a serious person actually. So today, yes, it's a wonderful session. And I remember when my daughter used to enjoy being tickled. After a certain period of time, maybe 2, 3 minutes, I used to get tired. Okay, leave it. But she wanted me to do it again and again and again. And at that time, I couldn't see why she's doing it. But today, I definitely realized the importance of that.
अभी क्या बोले तो सृष्टि सीरियस सृष्टि से सिली सृष्टि होने का. You want to share something? No? So I also think that sometimes we need to do things very. I use the word tangibly, right? Personally, when I work with children, whenever I want to do something, I think it is important to do it tangibly. So it's just not important for me to say to myself, "Hey, I gonna be humorous." To mean that may work, but that works at a very whatever low dose level. So I like to tangibilize thing, make them physical. So I put up boards. I give people a little sticks with little blurbs on it that in my classroom you have to be serious. You have to seriously laugh, seriously giggle, seriously play, seriously be foolish, seriously be silly. You have to be really, really, really serious all the time. And if you're not serious, we will make you seriously serious. So like that. So I actually make badges. I make little objects. I make posters, make wall hangings, make door smashers or whatever you want to call them, and put them all around. I, so the tangibilization, the act of creating some physical object which gives the same message, um, which we may be giving it internally, mentally, makes the whole physical environment actually there, right? We do all kinds of things. We stick things on our noses, on our foreheads, uh, a kind of an extension of a tattoo, you can say. We've even made these things which stick from our head, and then kind of it comes out, and then something hangs like a little windscreen sticker, so that we can always see it uh, right in front of our eyes and nose and so on. So these little, let's call them just, I call them as tangible ideas, something which makes it physical form, gives it a form, rather than uh, you know uh, rather than just letting it be a thought, right? um, that makes a lot of difference. Let me give you an example of how the physical thing starts working on our mind, because often we think that talking is enough. So I had taken a group of parents. This was a parent child kind of a outing. We had gone for about 4 days to a nature place in Kerala, in Wayanad in Kerala, which is like forest and waterfalls and trekking and all that. So this was an outbound adventure camp, but a parent child, one parent and one child, right? So we had about 12 parents and 12 children in our group, and I had taken this group out. And what was happening is, as soon as we started, there were a whole host of instructions flowing from the parent to the child. Every parent was, "Don't do this, be careful, don't put your feet there," and so on and so forth. So what I did was, I realized that this is becoming too much. So I quickly collected 10 tore up a sheet of paper into 10 kind of slips, and gave 10 slips to each parent, and I said that you have only these many instructions that you can give to your child today. So every time you give an instruction, you have to give away one ticket, either to your child or just keep it away in a trash bin, right? Or throw it away in a trash bin. So that's like using, you have only 10 instructions that you can give, 10 tickets to instructions. Okay, so and obviously initially, people didn't realize. So the 10th night, 8th, 7th went off very fast, and very soon there were only 3 or 4 left in most people's head, and then they were like shooing away their children, "Go away, otherwise I'll give you instruction and I'll lose my ticket." and like and they were like, all of them were just bits of paper having no value in that sense, but they became so dear, and we were like hanging on to it, that I don't want to lose all my those tickets to give instructions. And obviously the rest of the trip was a very quiet and enjoyable trip, quiet in the sense of no instructions, but a lot of other interesting things. And so that little tangible pieces of paper like tickets in their hands or in their pocket made a huge difference, rather than just reminding them, "Hey, don't instruct your child, don't instruct your child too much, so let the child explore." So rather than saying all that, the tangibilization is something which does something to our mind, does something to the environment. And every time somebody will give instructions, everybody will pounce on him, "Give a ticket, give a ticket, give a ticket." So you see, the whole environment was suddenly aware, conscious, alert about giving instruction, or rather not giving instruction, and that became so much more, without it hampering, or rather it actually amplifying our whole adventure trip, the beauty or the enjoyment of it. So I'm just giving you how we can tangibilize thing, and how these physical forms that we do add so much more connectedness with what we want to do in our life. So as you kind of skim through all these sessions that we have been doing, and you start thinking, hey, how do I bring in those things, whether they're beliefs, whether they're feelings, whether they are empowering, whether it's thinking about images. So a whole lot of we've done a whole lot. See how you can tangibilize things, because once something is tangible, it has a physical, it has a feel, it has a look, and people talk about it. So I wanted to share that, because that immediately alerts the mind when it runs through the body, when it has that tangible feel to it. uh, any thoughts? I mean, it's almost the same thing as saying to somebody thank you, and just kind of quickly writing down thank you with a nice colored pen and giving it to that person. I think the two may mean two are very, very different, isn't it? Or as our um, whatever forefathers always said us, especially to the men, say it with flowers, say it with flowers. That physical thing as such is nothing, but that I think that the tangibilization makes a lot of difference. It's the same with children. It's the same with any learning. It's the same even if you want to do something to you. Any thoughts? Anything anybody would like to share? Any experience? Um, okay. Um, what I want to do is I want to spend little time on um, uh, uh, let's see how else can we kind of use humor, right? So I let's do a couple of quick role plays. So I want and this time let's look at uh, let's say a behavioral situation, a situation maybe that you face with your child. So I want you to suggest any situation that you face, something which you maybe face very frequently, or something which is at least it's something that it's prominent in your life. It may not be very important, but it's prominent in your life. So if you would like to share a situation, and then we can do a role play. You can become the child, and then others can be the facilitator, and they can see how, as a facilitator, we can use humor to often diffuse uh, this whole situation. In many cases, we try to solve the situation. Uh, I'm suggesting how about diffusing the situation rather than solving it, and letting the child kind of take it forward on his own way, rather than trying to solve it. So, but then okay, forget the word diffuse as of now. Let's just do a couple of quick role plays and see how we respond. How can we respond? What else can we do? Or what else can we do differently? So, anybody wants to share a situation? Nobody has any situation. Everything is awesome. Great. Yeah, Shrishti.
It's a simple situation. So the moment my daughter enters the house, she removes her clothes, and her clothes is all around the house. So in both the bedrooms, in drawing room, even in the kitchen, and her bag is thrown here and there. And every day I have to either tell her or do it myself. She will leave all the lights and fans open. Everything will be switched on. The moment she comes in the house, we feel the presence, her presence in each and every room. So every day I have to remind her, and I feel very bad doing it, but that's my situation.
Okay. So um, you become your daughter, uh, right? And the rest of the people will become you and will interact with you. Is that okay? So what's your name?
Her name is Katya.
Ah, Katya, right. Okay. No, no, your name right now is Katya because you are your daughter.
Yeah.
I guess we can hear her in the background, isn't it?
No, she is the little one.
Oh, she's the little one. Okay.
Katya is in school.
Okay. Okay. Katya is in school. Okay. So, guys, you have Katya here. I wouldn't say what she likes to do. You already heard that. Now, go ahead. Uh, Imagine she's just entered the house and whatever. Things are all over the place. Is that the time, Shishti, when you start?
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
say?
I'm saying when she enters and starts whatever, keeping her things or
Yeah.
throwing her things in different. Is that when you start off?
Your dress.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's where Shristi starts off. So we'll take it from there. So imagine she has entered the house, bag is someplace, dresses are someplace, and there you go. So now you have to interact with Katya. Use your any kind of humor. Use different kinds of humor. Go wild, go crazy. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Hello.
Hello, Katya, Shilpa here. Shrishti, Shilpa here.
Katya. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Katya, what do you think mm, your dress is lying here? Do you think that the dresses are fighting with each other? They don't want to be at the same place. Is that so? The socks, one sock is lying here, the other one is there. They are fighting. What do you think?
Yeah. They must be fighting.
Uh, I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, they must be fighting.
Oh, so if they are fighting, how they are talking to each other? In the sense that's why they, you've kept them differently, is it? At different places.
They don't want to talk.
They don't want to talk, so that's why we kept. That's why you kept them in separate rooms, is it?
Yeah.
So how long will they not want to talk? Can we do something about it? Can we see if we can patch them up and make them talk to each other and happily they can play in just at one place. Can we think of some ideas to do that? How will they feel if they are together?
Yeah, nice idea. I'll do that. I love that
So,
Shilpa.
so next time let's try that, huh, Katya? We'll see how they feel about it.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, wonderful idea, Shilpa. I love it. We'll do that. We'll do that.
Okay. I have a slight issue with it. I see some scheme behind it. I don't know. The smell of it doesn't smell right to me. Right? I feel something fishy out there. Some scheme in that. Something which is trying to get me to keep the clothes back in place. Right? It looks like one of the smart ones. Are you with me? I mean, you may not agree with me, but I'm saying to me it almost feels like a, solution. Still, it is directed towards getting something done rather than
Motive.
um,
Yeah.
making or having, uh, you
But
know.
Ratnesh, for every situation, then I mean, doing it, I realized it then that since there was a motive, I was trying to concentrate on the motive and trying to get things done around it. But I mean, I don't know how to then just go with the because when you say there is a problem, you start looking for solutions.
Right, right. So don't say there is a
So
problem. Who said there is a problem? Shrishti
We
said.
cannot detach ourselves from the
yeah,
motive.
Sorry?
We
yeah,
cannot
Srishti
detach
said
ourselves from the
that
motive. Motive is to
you know
make her do.
No, the motive is to look for humor. That's the motive. Not use humor. Then it becomes a tool, a method, a strategy, whatever. Then it loses its, uses its charm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when we try to use, let's say, affection to calm down somebody, come, come, come here, I will hug you, beta, I'll hug you, I'll give you a huggy. That doesn't work. Why it doesn't work is not that the child doesn't want your hug, but he doesn't want the hug to be used for something. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
So I think we'll have to come down from there, from this whole thing, and then see what, when we don't use it as a method but use or do it for, because we want humor, because we realize that is a life, that is itself part of our life. It is not that life is to get her to keep things in place. uh, but the life is to, let's say, look for humor. Then we would possibly, and see, the keeping of the clothes will happen. When will it happen? I don't know. Will it happen? How will it happen? In what form will it happen? I have no idea. But what I know is that we are so focused on results, on the output, that everything else is becoming just a method. And then we are living between methods and outputs. Meaning, yeah, that's a choice. I have no issue with that if somebody chooses it that way. But I am assuming that people want to look beyond the method and result pathway, or at least explore pathways and see what that does.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you.
also not trying to suggest, I'm also not saying that everything in every place make fun of it. No, no, no. That's also not it. But I'm suggesting that let us activate our sense of humor. All other five senses possibly are activated. Let's open up this sixth sense or the 10th sense, as Avinash said, and let's see what it, at least let's start using it and then see what it does to us. I'm not saying you have to use it everywhere, but at least let's start using it, and as a practice, let's start using it here. Right. So let's restart. Uh, Not just Shilpa, anybody can respond, and Shilpa also can respond. Let's see if we can respond to this purely for the beauty of humor, for the joy of humor, not for anything else. Not to fix Katya. I mean, nobody wants to get fixed. Right. So that's my invitation. I don't know how you look at it, but that's my invitation, and I would like you to explore that. Um, so go ahead, respond to Katya. We have actually a live situation here. Let's see how she handles. Okay, I thought we'll use the live situation, but I couldn't put on the video till then. Okay, so then we had a live situation, but sorry, I couldn't switch on the webcam as fast, and he went away. Okay, never mind. We'll come back to it. Okay, yeah.
And in the morning also, in the morning, I was attending the session, and my child doesn't want to. He wants to sit on the wires. He was not willing to sit away from us. So that was also kind of situation. I didn't know what to do. I was clueless for some time. So I took my son away and I talked to him, and he went away after that. Uh,
Okay, we will come back to Ashpika's situation. Let's finish with Katya and her lovely clothes, which are uh, sleeping in different places. So, who wants to respond to Katya? Shilpa, you want to try again? This time, leaving off uh, the objective. And others, Nandini, Kusum, Kamal, Avinash. Go ahead, try with Katya. How you can add, not add, how you can be humorous with her in any which way. Yeah, Shilpa, go ahead.
Katya, um, today, every day the clothes are decorating our house. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's there. Uh, can we change, the setting a little bit? What do you think? I'm getting bored of seeing the same thing every day.
What do you mean?
So, just a little bit of adjustment. Let's see how it would look. What do you say?
Why do you want to change it? It's okay as it is.
You're okay with that?
Remove my clothes. Now don't disturb me, please.
I'm not able to hear you, Shrishti.
Srishti, are you speaking?
No, I'm not speaking. I'm waiting for Shilpa to respond.
I did not hear you, Shrishti. I could not hear you at all.
You can't hear me?
Yeah,
I'm actually
now it's
shouting
better.
at the top of my voice.
Yeah, now it's better. Now it's better. I can hear you now.
Yeah, I said I'll do it later. Let me have my food and watch television.
Okay. Um, what do you want to see on? What do you see on TV?
Tarak Mehta.
Oh wow. What What do you like about how
Others, you can also jump in. You can just imagine that you are also in the same house where Katya is there and Shilpa is responding to Katya. You can jump in and add to or start your own interaction with Katya.
Okay, Bashpika here. Katya, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How old are you?
I'm 7 years, 9 months.
Okay. So you know Donald Duck, right? Donald Duck.
Yes.
Yeah. The moment you enter the house, I feel like watching Donald Duck cartoon, like throwing everything away, kako, 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 and everything away, and I feel like watching a cartoon the moment you enter the house
Why are you saying that? Do I
because
look like a cartoon?
you don't look like a cartoon. The whole scene is like watching a cartoon. Donald Duck enters the house and it messes up everything, it throws away, it screams, and then after watching cartoon, everybody feels happy. But after watching this, I have so much of work to be done.
So again, you have started the same thing. You're teasing me.
I'm not teasing you.
You're
I'm just
teasing me.
no, no, no. It's okay if you feel that way, but I'm not teasing you. I'm just telling my feeling. That's it.
She will do just and walk away.
Okay, Srishti, Avinash here.
Yeah, Katya.
Srishti, can you hear me? Yeah,
Yeah,
Katya.
yeah, I can
So,
hear
no,
you.
no, I just want to have initial questions here. Does she use your smartphone and does drawing or photo clicking using your
Yeah, she
smartphone?
uses my laptop, my smartphone, and my television, but it's only allowed till 5. After that, I switch it off.
Okay, great. So let me take a jab at this. Okay, Katya, let's do one thing. Let's do click our pictures and then draw something over it and then send it to all our friends the way you do it every day once after coming home.
You want to take pictures, but I'm not ready. Let me comb my hair.
Okay, you can do that. But I want pictures of whatever you have thrown around because that is what makes the room beautiful. And let us color with other stuff on it with our using our drawing on the phone and then send it to everyone. and decorate it and send it to everyone.
What?
It's
Why
looking
sending
so
pictures of the clothes?
it's looking so pretty. The room is so beautiful now with all your clothes which were not around, and it has now come around,
Oh, you
and
have
it's looking
again
very
started
beautiful.
teasing me.
No, I just want to use this beauty and send it across to everyone and share this part to everyone.
No. No, I won't. I don't want any pictures.
Okay. Yeah, Ratnesha is a big bold sarcasm.
So
Okay, so you
unfortunately,
tell me.
yeah, so unfortunately, all the three responses I will put under the sarcasm category: Shilpa's, Bashpika's, and Avinash. In fact, everybody was in. I was in a workshop, and everybody was introducing themselves, and people were talking about what languages they know. So when my turn came, I said I know three languages: Hindi, English, and sarcasm. So yeah, so we need to be careful because humor does not mean that we make humor of the other person, uh, which is what I think Katya was continuously saying. So you are teasing me. So if she's feeling being teased, that means we are using, uh, uh, we're targeting her. Rather, we should be targeting ourselves. We should make fun. If at all we need to make fun, we need to make fun of ourselves. So just as you've started using a third language, which is fine, which is at least a step towards, okay, I'm trying to do something, which is good enough to start with. Let's also focus on the sixth sense and say, hey, can I look at it differently? Can I just enjoy it? Can I just think of something which, when I look at it, makes me laugh, makes me smile, makes me laugh? Can I? And that would obviously happen when we let go of the need to fix Katya or fix the situation. I'm not going to fix her or the situation. I'm going to enjoy my life. And when life includes her and the clothes, all these three things are right now together: me, Katya, and the clothes. Right? So let's give it another shot. Come on, guys, try something totally different, totally wacky, totally come out of your mind. Come out of this mode of fixing the situation or the child or yourself or anybody. Just let go. Just be with the humor, be with the situation, be with the child, be with yourself, and enjoy it. Imagine that you are, 80 years old, uh, or 90 years old, or whatever old age you want to imagine, and you are looking back when Katya was 7 years old and how she would throw her clothes, and what feelings at that 80-year-old when you imagine or remember or visualize Katya, that little Katya throwing, uh, not even throwing, I don't want to use that word. Why am I using that word? Keeping her clothes all over the place, bringing her effervescence into the house as soon as she enters from the school, and bringing her skippiness, joyness. Yeah, I think effervescence is just the word that comes to my mind. Uh, what feeling will you get at that age of 80 years old? If right now maybe it brings a feeling of irritation, but at 80, 85, 90, what feeling you think it will bring? Maybe use that feeling, just feel that way, and do what you would do at that way if Katya was around. If when you are 90 and Katya is in the same room, what will you do to her, remembering how she used to be so much fun, so much a joy in your life in that way? Isn't she already that joy? It's just that we are looking at it in different way. Yeah, I like what Shrishti is doing. She's making something, right? And making a flower. What if, okay, so if I just take on Shrishti's idea, what if today I make flowers with her clothes and show her how I made the flower, and then I keep them, not Katya keeps them, I keeps them in place, and next day when she throws, I again collects them and makes something else out of it, and then I keep them back in place, and third day also. What do you think will happen after 30 such days? Not the first, second, third day. I have no expectation that she will keep the clothes. I'm just enjoying her clothes as being taken off, and then her bag and everything, her shoes, and just creating designs out of it, like how Shrishti has mentioned. Every day I'm creating designs, a visual joy to all of us. And what do you think will happen after 30 such days?
I think she will also start making something out of the clothes and keep it in place. Yeah, that might happen.
Might have. To me, what will happen is I would have enjoyed 30 days, right? Whether she will keep after 30 days or not, how does it matter? Anyway, now, even now, you are kind of whatever, blowing your head off and keeping it finally, whatever, right? And what will happen is possibly when you are again 80, 85, 90, you will remember back and say, hey, how all the wonderful designs we used to make. I think that would be more joyous in life to remember rather than remembering that I used to go behind Katya to collect her clothes. You get me? It's the attempt, or not even an attempt, let me put it, it's the desire to find joy. To me, that is humor. So it's not about the idea, Shrishti, it's about the desire to find joy there, where whatever is happening. Joy doesn't have to come in and in a certain way. Joy is coming through dresses thrown all over. We are just not seeing it. And when we use the sense of humor, not our eyesight, but sense of sight, sorry, sense of humor rather than sense of sight, we can see joy in it. We can see play in it. We can see love in it. We can see, like how you said, she's the joy of my life. Then we can see the joy of the life in it, and that is what I'm talking about. So it's not an idea, so don't take it as an idea, because it's not about an idea. Or rather, to me, the life becomes then an idea worth living. Are you with me, Shrishti? I'm not trying to pick on the words, I'm just trying to communicate something here, that it's the whole approach there, right? And it doesn't matter after 30 days if I still have to make a design and keep it, but those 30 days I would have enjoyed. To me, that's far more precious then whether she learns it or not. Oh, come on. We are too much into teaching them. We need to be learning from them, with them, enjoying with them, doing things with them. To me, that's the sense of humor. Maybe every day I pick up one of her clothes, turn it around into a head, kind of a turban or whatever, headgear, and roam around the next 4 hours in that headgear. Even go to supermarket wearing a skirt like a turban. Can you do that? Then there is joy in your life. Do that once and you will see how screaming you will come out of your life with joy. And the best part is it's there inside us. We all want to be joyous. Anybody here doesn't want to be joyous? So it's all there inside us, the ingredients as well as the end dish, the desire and the ingredients are all inside us. We just need to now kind of just let ourselves put that in front rather than all these, that the clothes need to be in place becomes our priority rather than whatever the joy of the life. And I'm not saying that we don't do things. I'm not saying that you don't shout at them. That's not the um, uh, message that I want to give. I say do everything, right? But do it for what you want to want in life. And if you want the things back in place, yes, we can do it. The humor will bring in a lot of different things, not just humor. You can even shout also, and you can shout 1 second and the next second you can switch it to humor. In fact, Kusum, I don't think we are serious. If we were serious about ourselves, then we would be serious about joy in our life. I think we are just misled. We are serious in that sense that you are serious, as in serious in terms of talking, but we are not taking our life so seriously. I'm doing a double take here. I'm saying to me, serious is the one who is enjoying his life is seriously taking his life. Is the one who is saying, yes, I want to seriously live it. Right? Other people are just being misled somewhere. I don't know who is misleading. So if you're serious about your desires, the deep down desires, the fundamental desires, the first slide that we put, which you all made, all those things, connectedness, relationships, joy, all those things you put. Right? Those are the serious things in my life. Does that make sense? I think I should be serious about them rather than about a skirt in its place. I mean, that will also happen. I'm not saying that doesn't need to happen. I'm not trying to override it. I'm just trying to place them, juxtapose them in another perspective. Okay, let's do one more round on the skirt thing or the dress thing. Sorry. Let's see how else can we respond. So let's go back to Katya. Come on, everybody. Okay, so this time, so just so that Shrishti is also included in, I'll be Katya. You all are whatever, my parents. So I can also be Ratnesh. I was very similar to Katya. I'm sure I would throw things all over the place. Forget that. I still throw things all over the place. Ask my wife. So, so, so you, so imagine I've come back home from my school and I'm 7 years and I've thrown my stuff all around, bag, shoes, socks, one sock somewhere, one sock somewhere, and so on and so forth. So what will you now say to me? Obviously, don't use whatever ideas I've given. Do something totally different. Do something where you seek something. You stimulate the mind, you stimulate the heart, you stimulate the body. You do something with all these three. Come on, we have 8 more minutes and we can set ourselves right. We don't have to set the child right, isn't it? We can set our priorities right. Go ahead. So I'm Katya. Go ahead. Katya is waiting. Clothes are all over the place, and so is my bag, and so are my shoes, and so is my socks.
Yeah, Katya, look what I have done.
What you have done?
Yeah, your socks are on my head like
Hmm?
a horn of a cow, and your shirt is behind me like a tail. Do I look like a cow now?
Gee, mummy, you should not put socks on your head.
But it looks like a cow. I wanted to become a cow.
You were going to become a cow. Look, what I'll tell you what I'll make some nice tail for you.
Okay, show me.
But don't put the socks on your head, gee.
Okay. So now can we become a bird?
A bird.
Let's become a bird.
Which bird?
How will we? Any bird, but we need wings. Can you think of an idea? Like wings or something? Maybe
Hmm.
let us pull out some more clothes. Make wings.
Yeah, let's pull out your saris, na mama. That'll make nice large wings.
Wonderful idea. Let's
That
do that.
one that you wore to the wedding, that silk sari.
Not that one. I'll give you another one.
Okay, which one, mama?
It's there in my wardrobe. Haven't been wearing it
That
for
black one that you
quite
wore to that party, that Georgette one. Black wings, awesome. I look like an eagle, mama. What happened, mama? Mama will make you into a costly bird. That's a costly sari, na, mama. You were that day also. You were telling me it's
Yes,
a costly sari. So if you wear that, you'll become a costly bird.
yes, and then uh, run over me or sit on my lap when I wear that saree. Remember? How can I give it to you? But I can give you other sarees. I have so many. Would you like to try it?
Okay. I would have preferred the black one. Okay, it's a good try. I think you're doing good. I'm just obviously pulling you. I'm just trying to also show you how quickly we go back to we hold on to our little things that we have made it so important, to us. I'm more pulling you than anything. Okay, somebody else wants to try something totally different other than just making things out of dress. So that was one idea. Try something completely different, something which we haven't discussed. Yeah, Bash, pick out.
Maybe picking a cloth and dancing each step and folding it, putting it away in the place. One step for each cloth.
Okay, so you mean to s- you mean to say you will start doing
Yeah,
that? You will start
I will
picking and
picking up, dance, and then pull it.
okay. That's quite nice. Yeah, almost like dancing. How sometimes in movies the hero would pick up whatever imaginary cloth and dance with it like he's dancing with the heroine. Yeah, yeah. That's an awesome idea. As a child, I would just immediately, most probably, join you in the dance. Yeah. Yeah, music, dance, anyway, is so amazing. Yeah, that's so much body. Okay, one or two more quick ideas. We have 2 minutes left. Two ideas at least. How else can we respond? So we have dance, we have music, we have different making different things out of it. Come on, try say something. Something just downright silly. Try something silly. Yeah, we are not silly enough. Your rating on silly is very bad. Maybe you should again buy a t-shirt and paint on it. I'm trying to become the silliest person on this earth. How silly of me. Come on, everybody, try some silly things. Absolutely, completely, totally silly things. Completely foolish things. Completely idiotic things. Completely crazy and wild things.
Uh, Jump around, play a game, hop like a frog, go from one, and go from one, pick up different clothes, hopping around.
I'm sure if all mothers started doing that, weight at least will not be a problem in our country. If every day we started doing it that way, hopping, jumping, somersaulting, all fit mothers and fathers. See all the side benefits. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
and balancing the clothes. And then balancing the clothes, how would you carry forward it to the next stop?
Yeah.
Where would you carry it?
You can go to a hobby store, buy a fishing rod, and sit in one place and try to fish all the clothes from one place into the hook and see if you can collect sitting in one place. Okay, some more ideas we have out, or we are actually at one. Okay, one last idea. Let's celebrate 1 o'clock by one more idea. Avinash, if Kamal is there, I don't know if he's back. Kusum, Nandini, one idea, one for 1 o'clock, and then we'll close.
Yeah, I think Ratnesh will play a game of blindfold where we tie up our eyes with a handkerchief and then she directs us where the cloth is.
Cool. Or both of us tie and see who can get the clothes first. Yeah, cool idea. I like it.
Yeah.
So, so just to kind of reiterate, the ideas in itself are not good or bad, right? It's with what intention we are driving these. If we are driving these to fix the child, believe me, they will all fall flat sooner or later. The child will smell it. But if we are doing it because we want to, because that is what it is to us, with that joy or doing or enjoying togetherness is what is prime to us. As you said, the joy of my life, then everything else is just part of the whole scheme. Not that we don't need to keep the clothes back, we need to, but we first need to set our hearts right and the brains right and the body right, isn't it? There you go. Now Shishti is coming up with more ideas. See, once you get the frame or the perspective or the view, in a different place, then the ideas just flow. You don't have to. I don't have to supply ideas. I don't. We don't need to. We don't need to depend on anything. It's all there inside us. That's the beauty of it. Okay, so we'll take a pause here, and we are also taking a 2 week break. Right. Oh, now Kusum is coming up with more ideas. And the next two sessions will be on 22nd and 24th. Right. Just I had sent it in the mail also. The 22nd one is on preparing children sexually. That's normally a topic which most people have no clue about. So it's a good session to invite your friends on. They You can send their mail ID or you can ask them to send us a mail, and I will subsequently send them the link and a formal invite from our side. I would like to do that. So invite some of your friends, and because that's, as I said, that's a topic normally which is not talked or discussed, but it's so important. Um, that's the session on 22nd, and the last session would be more on creating an emotional and social environment. We'll see what all we cover in that. Uh, I'm not sharing too much. Both these sessions don't have a pre-session work, so you won't be getting any mails. But I would remind you once before 22nd that yeah, about the session itself. Yes, I think Shrishti only comfortable with Hindi, but will she be able to understand English? If she will be able to understand English, then that's itself is good enough. Another thing that a lot of people have done it in the past, which I find quite amazing, is instead of them joining from their home, invite them to their house and they can sit with you. How Bashpika was sitting with me here and I was with her. So they can, your friends can be with you. So in front of one laptop, you could have one, two, or even three people, and or even more, and you all can be part of the session. So if it requires, you can translate for them, or if it requires, you can type in the chat on behalf of them, and it's fun. Have a little party also, eat, drink, have some nice food, parcel some to us. So you can even do it that way. Yeah, when a World Cup event happens, the World Cup final, they'll broadcast it outside the apartment on a big screen. If you want to do that, do that. You- they arrange for these whatever big broadcasts, big screens. Okay. I think I've stretched it too far. Thank you very much. We'll see each other on rather sorry, Aditi will be taking that session. In fact, Aditi was supposed to take today's session, but she had some work, so I swapped in her place. But the 22nd one she would be taking. So I will see you all on 24th while she'll be with you on 22nd. Yeah, thanks, Avinash. Yeah.
What about the workshops?